Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is Quantum Leaps from Wi-Fi. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a while ago, and the world has completely changed since then, so if I encounter anything that is out of date, I will give you the most recent information, and at the end, I will summarize the topic based on what's going on in the world today. Also have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Quantum Leaps from Wi-Fi. According to a recent study, if we tried to create a Star Trek type of transporter with our present technology, it would take us 350,000 times 14 billion years to transfer all the data from the human brain. It would be faster walking. This doesn't mean it's not going to happen in the next decade or so. It just means that the scientists conducting the studies were operating only with the information they had physically present at this time. New ideas sometimes come out of old ones. Old technology is often the building blocks for the next great invention. However, sometimes new things come entirely from someone else's imagination. It manifests because someone made it up. The original Star Trek from the 1960s had sliding doors, and we watch reruns now and think nothing of it. However, sliding doors hadn't been invented in 1966. There were two props people off camera behind the wall opening and closing those doors when the actors walked through them. We have achieved amazing feats with limited technology at the end of the 1960s. The computer that guided the first Apollo mission from the moon had 64K of memory. NASA computers back then were no more powerful than a pocket calculator. If in the 1960s you did a study about going to the moon, they probably would have said it would take us several hundred years to get there. Perhaps the ideas for space travel and Star Trek were generated by Buck Rogers. The other day I began using my parallel universe door opening technique as I walked my dog. The idea is for you to step through a series of opening doors, kind of like the beginning of Get Smart, a sitcom from the 1960s. Each step takes you forward into a new universe of possibilities. However, this time, I felt like energy was piling up behind me, so I decided to step through revolving doors. I felt the sense of a door that circled around from left to right, clearing behind me as I moved forward. As I walked through the revolving door, I became aware of a parallel door revolving in the opposite direction from right to left. It was an amazing sensation, those two doors moving at once. Perhaps it wasn't just two doors, it was maybe two multidimensional spirals of energy. This is what happens when you play in the matrix on a quantum level. Things occur that you did not consciously create, that you cannot explain, and that is beyond your imagination. All I know is that the experience propelled me beyond the patterns I've been enmeshed in. Said ways of operating, of viewing the world, shifted and even disappeared. I invite you to play with these techniques this week. Start with the opening and closing door sequence and try revolving the door when you feel like it. Don't think too hard about it, or you'll go into effort and that stops your creativity. Allow the second revolving door to happen if it happens. You can set an intention for change while doing this, but you don't have to. And just try this for the next 7 days and see what transforms your life. And let me know in the comments below if it does. I'd love to read your comments. Well, it is amazing how rapidly things transform nowadays that took an amazing amount of time in the past. You just have to think of something and, somebody somewhere invents it. So that's why I think of things that seem insurmountable, that the consciousness has a bigger imagination than I do. A resolution can come about in the blink of an eye. But if you use these techniques, you can make amazing transformations in your life because we've all upgraded to a new state of being. It just requires us to step up to it. So if you like these videos, please share them with your family and your friends and on your social media. And please click the like button or the heart button, subscribe or follow. And that way you're telling the algorithm to share this far and wide and get this out to people who really need to see this information. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you a drone's eye perspective of your life, like viewing it as consciousness, and give you greater insights as well. And if you want some manifestation techniques, click on the link below to my self-study course, Manifesting Money and Miracles, and you will learn how to create amazing transformations in your life. And if you'd like a personal session with me, click on the link below to private sessions. I take a look at you as consciousness and what's going on in your life today, and then I can answer any questions that you might have. And I can also help you with energetic changes, and it's all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, that is, navigate your life as consciousness with the help of some of my consciousness techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great preparation for my coaching special, where I work with you one-on-one and give you specifically chosen consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. And you can find out more at my website, joan-newcomb.com. And I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.